As your dreams start to fade, you realize the music is following you to the waking world, continuing even as your mind resolidifies and banishes the last few remnants of your dreams. Hello, possums. Hello, guys. Start crying. This one always gets stressed. I wonder if there's something that Booksmart can help me with. Okay. So this is what I was talking about earlier, the tapestry. Oh, it calls it a painting. I mean, it's like everybody's looking at the church. And we know there's something under the church. Seems very culty to me. I'm kind of joking. I mean, I don't know. It's probably not that. Maybe the collection of literature can help you learn about this room's occupant. Yeah. Did it say Moby Dick? The upper shelves are mostly classic fiction, Moby Dick, Shakespeare, and various Dickens novels. Nothing that stands out as particularly interesting. Miss Kitty. The bottom shelf seems to be home to reference books, heavy volumes of long outdated construction law, treatises on various aspects of the coal industry, but there's also a book on city planning that stands out to you. You pull it out, the shelves above shifting precariously, as if the book held some load-bearing purpose. The instant you crack its spine, a slip of paper falls out, ancient and fragile, and yellowed with age. It's some kind of map. It's a map of Scarlet Hollow. Town Hall, the old hospital, the mines, all places where stone carvings have been buried. There's one more circled area as well, what looks to be a patch of farmland. I mean, we already know we're going there today. Okay, nothing new there. It's a good thing you're a fast reader. Wait, I missed something. Oh god, I got it. I got all of the information. Okay. Because the other ones, I couldn't read the full thing. So let me read it all to you guys. To Miss Maeve, I know it's been several years since my last visit, but I do hope you remember the young lad who used to find himself at your doorstep. More than you probably would have liked. I write to you now with the utmost urgency. I'm not sure if news has reached you regarding what transpired just yesterday. Many lives were lost. The town is in a frenzy. I hope to mitigate some of the damage that has been done, and thus must speak with you at once. I attempted the journey to your place of residence, but was unable to locate it. You once told me of another way to reach you, as though it seems nothing but a half-remembered fantasy. I'm acting in desperation. I can only hope this letter finds its way to you, as you once said it would, in my hour of need. I must meet with you at your soonest convenience. Yeah, I got to get way more out of that. Keep going. Ms. Venera, trouble with tea. Your presence requested at once. Verena, I know what you tried. Do not appreciate the attempt. Okay. Though we both knew what was at stake here. The boy had to be dealt with. Expect me this evening for in-person discussion. Maybe there'll be something else in the desk this time. Yeah, so this is all for Tabitha. Search the closet. The boy in the wall. The boy in the wall. Okay. Wow, you can't look at anything without the traits. That's crazy. You literally see it poking out, and you're just like, ah, it's fine. That spooked me. Okay. I'm not gonna, mess with Wayne in this, because I don't have mysticals, so he can, like, force me to think a certain way. The little guy hanging out. Okay. Let's see. So I might want to load back here. Let me save here. Can't jump to any conclusions just yet. I was shown what someone else wanted me to see. Yeah. Everything you found in the Forbidden Wing could have been the work of an unreliable narrator. Not that it saves you from the ever-tightening grip of anxiety strangling your lungs. The events of this morning aren't the sort of thing you can casually move to the back of your mind. You have to do something. Okay. We have multiple options here. I want to go see other people, but first, let's just go straight to the police. Scarlet Hollow's finest haven't exactly been the most helpful cops in the world, but it's possible this is the only case. This is only the case because they've yet to be confronted by hard evidence, something that the estate clearly is in excess. Going to the police is the only sensible option right now. You start to make your way downtown. Sorry to cut off the banging music. You're out of breath by the time you wind up outside the police station, panting as you try to compose yourself. The full authority of the law is about to take charge of the situation and shelter you from danger. Totally. Nobody's in here. You fling open the doors and enter your safe haven. Look who's decided to walk in. You've saved me a lot of work. I wasn't looking forward to tracking you down. Guilty conscience to get to you? I'll take it. Guilty conscience for what? I still think you might have something to do with the mine collapse on Tuesday. I know you helped get those kids out of there, but I'm just doing my job, right? I can't just let something like that go uninvestigated. It's a little glitchy. It's hard to tell just how much attention Deputy Franklin pays you from behind the shelter of his sunglasses. He at least goes through the motions of taking notes while you recount your tale. Occasionally, between scratches of pencil on paper, he asks a question, or nods, or gives an unreadable or is that so in response, and eventually your story is done. A recently used dungeon locked away in a labyrinth on the Scarlet estate, and I thought I've heard everything. But I suppose crazier stories have turned out to be true, even if you didn't bother to answer some of my questions about your activities this week. Now I'm afraid I can't just investigate your cousin's house without a warrant, but I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drive up to the mine, have a little chat with Miss Scarlet, and see exactly how her story sounds next to yours. Despite everything you claim to have found in the estate, it doesn't sound like you necessarily distrust her. Could be she'd give me permission to poke around. I've been itching to get out of the office since I clocked in today. Dirksen and Huggabee always take the fun police work for themselves. Go to the cops in your hour of need. So we don't go to her. Okay, that's interesting. Goodness. So this is one potential way to go. Man, look how fast we're going. So the mayor is a very good boy and terribly ineffectual executive. Scarlet Hollow is a small town that doesn't need much in the way of government. I think folks are fine electing the sheriff and leaving the politics to the dogs. Literally. Plus, it's a nice little event. Finally gave me an excuse to take the button maker out of the closet. What? And campaigning door to door is a great way to get to know the community. You're lucky I'm an honest cop. Any cop would say that. I don't think anyone in the department is dirty, but I do think that the sheriff values order and appearance. And I think that sometimes he lets what he knows about the town finances. As its treasurer, cloud his judgment. And if Pearl and Scarlet donated an occasional cruiser to the station, well, that cloudy judgment becomes downright foggy. But as a man, I do think he's honest. People have a strong dislike of cops. Do you really think I'm responsible for everything that's happened? Okay. Okay, so that's this one. To go to someone I can trust. Oscar. He's handsome. No other explanation. There's something really comforting about that in the chaos of your unraveling morning. Really, it's as good as a reason as any to run to someone for help. Let's go. You're out of breath by the time you wind up outside the library, panting as you try to compose yourself before entering. This is major. There's like a whole bunch of achievements for going to see Oscar. The library is somewhat less silent than usual. There are sounds coming from the open doorway of the mayor's office upstairs, the shuffling of paper accompanied by low muttering. Recognize Oscar by the slightly manic laugh that cuts through the murmuring, as uncharacteristic as it is for the librarian. Let's go see what's going on. You climb the stairs and find Oscar amid a scattered pile of old paper and ancient leather. Bound ledgers. Oh, he broke into here. He's torn a massive hole in the wall. Abs, excellent. I was hoping I might see you today. I couldn't sleep at all last night. I kept thinking about the stone and everything it might mean, and whether or not there are more, and how, if there are, they might cause further disasters, which of course means it would be advantageous if we managed to find them before they do what they did here. And then Rosalina mumbled something about rooms being wrong in her sleep, and that just made something click for me. Long story short, I decided to start looking through old floor plans for all the buildings in the town. At first I figured the town hall had already shared all its secrets with us, but haha, as you can see, there was still more to be found. I found a discrepancy in what is now the mayor's office between the initial plans and how it stands today. So I started knocking on walls, and you know, like in all the movies, lo and behold, an honest-to-God secret room. Some old storage closet that's been sealed away behind the wallpaper for a century, full of old holler secrets with your family at the center of it all. There are building plans for all these locations around town, the town hall included, where there's clearly been extra work done to bury things in the foundations. As part of the Scarlet Hollow landmark revitalization project run by Enoch in the period following the Shaw mine collapse. And more than that, I found what I think are models of what was supposed to be buried, and where. Like this. Oh. Oscar produces a small stone object. Its details are simpler, less refined, but this is unmistakably a model of a stone carving. though whether or not it's one you've seen already eludes you. This is one of the carvings you described to me the other day, isn't it? I wonder what they're supposed to be. Was Enoch at the helm of a secret society running Scarlet back in the day? Is there still a secret society running Scarlet now? And to add to the mystery, there's this name I've seen repeated throughout these documents. Verena. She seems to have been deferred to as an authority, which of course stuck out to me, as there weren't a lot of women involved in government or construction or that sort of thing back then. Consulted Verena. Verena requested this change or that, so I went looking for more information on this person. But I wasn't able to find any records of her elsewhere. No birth certificates, death certificates, property purchases, marriage, divorces, nothing. I suppose she may have lived off the grid. There are probably plenty of people who lived and died with no record that they ever were, but I have to admit, it's curious, isn't it? Did you forget about our date, Oscar? Okay, I'm gonna go like over here and just say really quick. Did you forget about our date? I really lost track of time. Maybe we could reschedule, or well, we're both here now, aren't we? It's kind of a date then. I know ripping it up walls in old buildings and poring over legal documents isn't exactly a standard date activity, but it's certainly more interesting than awkwardly drinking coffee together, don't you think? And it's important too. I know this is how we'll fix the town, and if we don't fix the town, it's not like there's much of a future for us anyway. The way I see it, these carvings are clearly tied to the incidents that have happened in town this week. There was a stone in the basement of the annex, which it would seem was built for the sole purpose of extending the town hall enough to cover the installation site. And of course, there was the stone installed in the Shaw mine once it had been dug out. Maybe it's just correlative, but the correlation is the only tool we really have at the moment. Assuming I'm right about all this, there are 3 more locations, which means we have 3 opportunities to preempt something catastrophic. I actually found something about her at the estate this morning. Old vials. Fascinating. There's no use denying the existence of magic. This was clearly some type of one-way communication system, with a built-in mechanism to destroy itself if it fell into the wrong hands. And there's too many names. Oh, and there's 2 names. Sorry. Verena and Maeve. It would seem that this Maeve is older than Enoch, and she was one who he turned to after a disaster. I assume the collapse of the Shaw mine, but then she disappears with Verena taking her place. It would seem that Enoch and Verena had a falling out, with her apparently trying to undermine him, but for what reason, I wonder? Yeah, I'm thinking it's the same person. Maybe Maeve is the one in the town records. Yeah, look up that one. You didn't happen to find anything else, did you? You recount everything you experienced in the estate. The whole harrowing adventure, culminating with the horrible little cell you found hidden away in your encounter with Wayne. It brings the puzzle pieces together, doesn't it? Your family, Enoch in particular, with these stones of his, are at the heart of the Scarlet Hollow's problems. My God, there's so much to explore. Wayne wanted me to find a witch. This Verena seems to fit the bill. Unfortunately, there's nothing in the records. There isn't a meaningful avenue to explore with her. No threads to follow. She probably died a long time ago. No, she didn't. She just keeps freaking coming back to life as a different person. I suppose a witch could live a long time. Who's to say? But I'm not sure I'm ready to entertain that sort of thinking. Oh, Oscar. Okay, bring him up to date about the clinic. If I hadn't waited, if only I'd found all this sooner, back when the bloodstain first appeared on my daughter's carpet, imagine what could have been avoided. But I can't change the past. And the Kelly boy is a monster now, and he's out there roaming the countryside. At least he didn't follow through on his threats. I suppose, let's hope it stays that way. What do you mean we need heavy machinery for the church? These schematics seem to suggest it won't be accessible from inside the building itself. There's mention of the pastor at the time giving them trouble, so they installed it using a tunnel system to bypass his permission. Okay, so we get construction crews out there to dig up Tetanus Lake, and then we just, you know, run off with one of the black cats or something, whatever it's called. I forgot what they're called. And we take out a wall. We freaking take a wrecking ball to the church. Can you imagine? Looks to me like the tunnels are under what the kids called Tetanus Lake. Or at least that's what we called it back in my day. People have been treating it like a trash heap for decades. It's all rusted cans and broken bottles. If we want to access any of it, we'll need serious equipment. He'll be very happy to get rid of Tetanus Lake. Or his permission to tear up the pulpit. I see. Five locations. Do you think that's all of them? I don't see why we would doubt that. All of this was hidden away, untouched. If someone had decided to cover their tracks, I doubt they'd leave anything for us to find in the first place. Do you know what to expect at the farm? Feels like everything always happens right after I show up. What if we're not getting ahead of them? What if uncovering them has been the problem all along? That's not exactly true though, is it? Charlie's bloodstain first appeared a couple weeks ago. The Kelly boy struggled with his condition for most of his life, according to what the doctor told you, and we have no way of knowing how long there had been issues in the old Shaw mine. If anything, I would guess that your presence accelerated whatever was going on, which is a fascinating detail. I have to assume there's something about being a Scarlet that excites them somehow. You'll have to tell me what happens once you get to the Tremaine place. More data would be incredibly helpful. He's like so focused on the data. I don't want to make him upset. Did you listen to me about the estate? I feel like you're barely taking what he's talking a lot. Barely taking what I told you seriously. I'm taking all of this extremely seriously. I would hope the hole I made in the wall shows just how dedicated I am to fixing all this. Of course, I'll be looking into everything else you shared with me, but those are secondary areas of research and things that don't require an in-person investigation. If you're afraid of your cousin, just avoid her. You can come back to the library after you find the next carving if that helps. You don't need to stay in the estate. Aww. I think maybe you forgot, but I asked a little while ago if you could help me with Rosalina's medicine. She's saying some really weird stuff. I mean, she's been saying weird stuff since yesterday, but now it's getting, like, really weird. Like in movies where people do drugs and see spirals and stuff. I know there's a lot of rules about the medicine. I don't remember what they are or which one she's supposed to have every 3 hours or every 12 hours, and I really don't want to mess it up. Can you come and do it? The last couple times I came up to ask, I forgot everything by the time I was down there. I think she also really needs some food, but all you have is onions. And I don't know what to do with those. I'll be done in just a minute, I promise. In the meantime, why don't you call the doctor and see if she can walk you through it? It's not like I'm the expert anyway. It's probably good to double check. After we get Rosa sorted, I'll give you some cash and you can run to the gas station for some snacks. Oh. Why doesn't he go to the gas station? We can order pizza for dinner if your parents haven't come to pick you up by then. How's that sound? Okay. Clearly I need to get my head out of the clouds, at least long enough to get some parent time in. Now where was that map? The best route to Julius Tremaine's farm is down Main Street, then turn on the first dirt road that keep going. But the map should help you keep things straight. Good luck out there. I really hope it's not too bad. But we're working towards something now. I know we can solve this if we just collect as much data as we can. Fair. Looks like the stream is surviving. Let me just... I think that'll be a nice thumbnail. Yeah, he's acting strange. You're ignoring your kid. You're pushing me away. Do you really think there's anything here that's worth that cost? I'm not ignoring me. The most important thing for her right now is rest. I suppose I must be more scattered than I thought if this was the second time Alexis has come to ask me about it. But the work is important too. I know it is. I'm doing all this for you. I'm not pushing you away. I'm supporting you. I'm sorry if that's not how it seems, but there's something to be uncovered here, and once I find it, it will make sense, I promise. But if we're in this together, why not come with me? I would hold you back. I know enough about myself to understand where I'm most useful. And that's here. I'm not a fighter. I can't protect you the way I would want to. But I can protect you with information. I can protect you with knowledge and understanding of what exactly we're dealing with. I'm not at my best in those situations, not the way you are. I know enough about myself to understand where I'm most useful. Okay, yeah. I freeze up in stressful situations. Me too, Oscar! Oh my god, I so do that. I do that so much. I would do nothing but get in the way, trust me. But I still need to be helpful, especially after everything you've done for me. Okay, let me load here. So I'm just gonna say that one, because I don't want to be rude. Oh my gosh. I knew I could count on you. Wait. Oscar reaches for your shoulder before you can leave, his grip firm, his hands sweaty with the nerves of too many hours spent working without rest. I'm sorry, I really am. I know how this must seem. That I'm being brusque, maybe even unreliable. Like you aren't important to me. But you are, of course you are. Even in just the few days I've known you, you've left a permanent mark on my life, the things you've done for me. That's why I'm doing this. I want you to feel that way too. That I've been important. Did I read that correctly? Yeah. He stares down at you, his words going soft, then silent. He's considering something. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. I'm not gonna read that. Y'all can read it. This is awkward. We're going to survive this, I promise. The two of us are going to fix this town. Sand lingers on your shoulder, reluctant to part with you completely, but finally he lets you go, slipping past you into the library. Oh, so this is like the dog bed and the toys and the treats. The wall that he ripped into. I'm getting the hell out of this place, even if I need to walk. I'm gonna do that next. Alright. Let's save. I guess we could save over this one. Okay. I'm getting the hell out of this place, even if I have to walk. You've seen everything a sane person could possibly want to see in Scarlet Hollow. It's time for you to leave. Who knows how long it'll take you on foot. But every road leads somewhere, right? And a road isn't here. Wait, I read that wrong. Oh, I did read it right. If you're fortunate, you'll cross paths with a car willing to pick you up sooner rather than later. You aren't spending another second in this godforsaken town. You start down the road and you don't stop. Past Main Street, past the library where you barely escaped the judgment of a furious spirit for crimes you neither committed nor benefited from, but your family isn't your problem anymore. Past the bus stop and the gas station at the edge of town, one foot in front of the other. Hey! Oh, hey, Miles. Miles stops you before you're able to leave town, doing his best to hide that he's out of breath. He must have been running to catch up. Wait, I have to talk to you. There's something going on, but I can't remember what. It has to do with Sybil and somebody else. That somebody feels really important. And I feel like if I don't remember before it's too late, somebody's gonna... Never mind, this was stupid, I just sound crazy. He doesn't sound crazy, though. You feel an odd sensation as he's talking. A creeping recognition. But you can't seem to hold on to it, a slippery thought that refuses to be fully recognized. His shirt's great. His t-shirt. This isn't my problem. God, this sort of thing is exactly why I'm trying to get out of here. Okay, wait. I need to just leave first. Whatever, should have kept my mouth shut. Go get lost in the woods or whatever the hell you're about to do. Okay. Just like before, one foot in front of the other. Just you and the road and the trees and the open air where nobody can shove you into a profane little box. You spent days waiting for someone else to help you get out of this situation. You'll find another town soon enough, and eventually you'll be on a bus, and then you'll be back home away from whatever the hell Scarlet Hollow had in store for you. And if Tabitha ever tries to call you again, you'll let it go to voicemail. There's a sound in the brush by the road. Not these things again. Oh my god, no! No! Back up, sir. Some of them are so big. Ew. Wait, look at this guy. He winking. Oh god. Their awful whispers start to fill the air. Run. Run. You run, and the creatures run after you, but there's nowhere else for you to run but back into the heart of the holler. So then we go, and these guys show up. Oh! You stay as still as you can, but your inaction does nothing to still the curiosity of the creatures approaching you. Oh god, ew! Ew! So they are violent! They haven't been violent towards people yet. I mean, I guess it was only a matter of time. Your calf goes numb, so you don't feel the next one insert its awful little stinger into you, nor do you feel the ache. You're sure they've slipped under your skin. The numbness spreads up to your thigh. Ew! There's so many of them. They're turning you into meat. Oh, it'll still continue if you go that route? That's crazy. Wow. So you can just end the story right there. Holy shit. Okay. That was wild. No, you're not crazy. There's something wrong, and it has to do with your family. I knew it. I knew something was wrong. But I don't know what it is. Nothing happened. I woke up and everything was normal. Had cereal, and then Sybil said she was going somewhere with somebody. No, wait. The person was there too. I talked to them, and they'd left, and I went out to the street. Because the office is closed for renovations, so I had to wait outside until it was done. Feels like he's recounting a dream. The memories slipping through his fingers as the words leave his lips, leaving only emotion. This is how I felt when my dad died, but nobody's dead. Please make it stop. Oh, she probably made him mess with his mind for that too. So all of his, like, self-isolation was coping from earlier? I should have recognized that. That's like a tendency that I have. Why did you come to me with this? There's somebody missing, isn't there? Oh, poor baby. I want to hug him. Have you talked to anybody else about it? No, everybody else lives here. And I don't need people looking at me funny for the rest of my life. But I should have just kept my mouth shut. It's not like you know anything anyway. It's on the tip of my tongue. What's going on? Why can't we remember? I don't know, but I'm scared. There's this crazy old guy on the edge of town. You gotta find him. Julius. He was always coming around asking me weird questions. Not Julius. Julius? Weird? No way. I don't remember what he asked or what I said, but I feel like it's important. And he wrote it all down in a notebook. You gotta get him to show you that notebook. I'd go out there, but I can't think straight. Not right now. I need somebody to fix this for me. I don't want to feel like this anymore. Not again. Please, not again. He shoves a map into your hands and turns away. I really didn't want to ask anybody for help. That's how bad it is, okay? Don't tell anybody what I said, though. I don't need people thinking I'm crazy. Wow. Okay, wait. Let me go back here. There's somebody missing, isn't there? Yeah, I think so. I feel so guilty. I think it is. I think it's my fault. Oh. But he didn't say anything about the notebook this time. So I feel like this is better. Any other option I can say here? Why'd you come to me with this? Interesting. Okay. So we can continue from there. Let's see what else we can do here. I'm going to the police. Could go to Dr. Kelly. She's good at keeping things to herself. Go to the clinic. She glances past you, out over the other houses, scanning the tree line. When she sees nothing, her eyes return to you, confusion and annoyance twisting their way onto her face. What's got you all worked up? Wait, don't tell me out here. Get inside. All signs of what happened yesterday seem to have vanished. There are no streaks of paint on the walls, and the sunlight casts no harsh shadows, softening the memories of what happened here. To be honest... Oh, be honest. Has he done something? This isn't about Reese. You know as much as I do about his situation. Dr. Kelly heaves a visible sign of relief. Some of her tension starts seeming to fade. Oh, that's good. Tell me, what's going on then? I just need to get out of this town. Please get me out of this town. Can she actually? She'll be like, no, I can't. Let me save here just in case this doesn't... I can't be the one to take you. I still have responsibilities here. Especially since the Gatora's girl is still in rough shape. As far as I'm concerned, every other doctor in the county has failed her. I can't leave her while she still needs care. Plus, he's out there somewhere. No one else knows him the way I do. It'd be better if something... Oh wait, what did she say? I'd be better here if something happens. So no, I'm not hopping in a car and driving you to God knows where, especially if you aren't even going to tell me what's got you so panicked. Oh, look at that creepy painting she's got back there. Alright, so let's go here and just tell her. When you're finished, Dr. Kelly is silent for a few long seconds, taking in everything you said. Oh. Her hair holds the floral cleanliness of a generic shampoo. You know what? That seems accurate. Like, she seems like she would use the most basic shampoo. I don't know why. Evidence of her humanity lurking under the flat sterility that seems to pervade the clinic. Then she's pulling away, holding you firmly by the shoulders, looking you in the eye. It'll be okay. You did the right thing coming to me. Maybe we should talk to Tabitha? Do you think she didn't know? It's possible, yes, but honestly, I don't see much point in talking to her about it either way. Chances are, she just gets defensive and calls the cops to get us to leave, whether or not she knows anything about what her family seems to have done. I know you care about your cousin, but we need to focus on the most effective use of our time. It's bad enough you're in the middle of this, but it seems to me like you don't have much choice in that, so we'll stick together and hope for the best. You said you found out where another one of those stones is, right? If the thing you found is in my basement... Oh, if the thing you found in my basement had anything to do with what happened to Reese. It sounds to me like wherever there's a stone, there's trouble. And somebody needs to be concerned for the health and well-being of the people who live here. Unfortunately, I don't think the cops are willing to do that, and the only other authority in this town is a dog. So we'll have to be the ones to go out there and take a look. I'll bring tranquilizers with me. I knew I came here for a reason. You're so competent. I'm confident. Maybe more than I deserve to be. We have yet to see if I actually know what the hell I'm doing. The two of you leave the clinic and get into Dr. Kelly's station wagon. She hits the gas hard, propelling you both towards Julius Tremaine's homestead. As the twin farmhouses come into view, you realize it wouldn't have mattered whether you knew the stone was here or not, because you feel it now. Your ears ring, your mind swims, trying to detach from the solidity of the station wagon's leather seat beneath you. So now we're here with Dr. Kelly. There's so many paths here. I'm like, oh my god. Can you go to Stella? Sybil. She sells flowers, she's a therapist. Oh, it just does not let me pick her. She's a biologist. What? Oh. It's Miles, one of Scarlet Hollow's resident teenage miscreants. I like this little background. It looks nicer than where we met him before. Tabitha, Stella, Reese. How would I even get to Reese? Stella. She's not gonna be here though, right? So she's not home. That means she's definitely with Tabitha. Okay, I'm just making sure I can go hitting all the avenues here. And he's chill. He's not a monster. What are the stones saying to you? Can you figure it out? It's hard to explain. There's one in the library, right? That one feels like a headache. It's going like it's trying to go somewhere and keeps hitting a wall. And up in the mines, it sounds like it's whispering. And it feels cold, even though it looks like fire when I focus on it. And this one, it's like roots underground, warm and growing, taking something that doesn't belong to it. It's lonely, but it doesn't want me here. It wants me to leave. Swamp gas. Get out of here, Wayne. Don't be mean to Reese. How dare you? Okay. Okay, so we just ignore everybody. Keep going. Okay. Go through this song and dance again. Okay. Miles said you had a notebook, that you asked him a lot of questions. He sent me to get you to help fixing something that's wrong with the world. That's some extremely vague shit anyway. What am I supposed to do with that? I don't know what's wrong with the world. I've been stuck in my basement for the past 2 days. What the hell do I know about what's going on out there? Can't even get in contact with old Crone. Because the tap's all clogged. Not that I didn't fucking try. Smiles, did something happen to Sybil? We could ask her for help if she was okay. Maybe she's in trouble. Not that you'd be able to understand. Not with all the tea she pours down your throat and the throats of damn near everybody in town. She's just got about everyone convinced she's God's gift to the holler. There's a way to get that... There's a way that you get him to take it himself. In a way I think you get Avery to take it himself as well. I've already gotten them together to do it. my god, what? Oh my god. Sorry, Franklin. Looks like he fell on his axe. That's what I saw. What the fuck? What the fuck? Honestly. That's so fair. She doesn't see you as a person. She doesn't see anyone as a person in a long time. You can't trust her to make human decisions when she's no longer human. I don't think I could handle it if all of the terrible things she's seen actually happen. What if she's wrong? Let me see. The Oscar save got us here, right? So we'll just save here. Alright, there's no winning if you think like that. So we planted some doubt, though. Pull her free. Goodbye, Sybil. Get out of here. And then we have our Kanika save. So these are each an ending. Problem is it's hard to tell. Okay, so this one says end. And then I know both of these are the end. I just wanted to leave it with the characters there. Because if I don't, then I'm not going to remember which one's Kanika and which one's Sybil. So anyway. We have those. I'm going to put it here too. But yeah. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.